From WXII 12 News, this is breaking news.
That breaking news comes to us from Surry County, where a tractor trailer is on its side on Highway 52 that's near the Cook School Road exit in the Pilot Mountain area. Surry County Communications says that Highway 52 southbound is in fact closed, and that call came in just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to keep you updated if anything changes. Happening now, rain back in the Triad, and there could be a few snowflakes in our future, potentially.
That'll certainly get everybody's attention, won't it? Chief Meteorologist Lainey Pope is here to fill us in about what we know at this hour. Lainey.
Well, looking out there right now in eastern Allegheny County, community of Ennis, it is wet, right? We've got clouds, we have rain, and we have pretty mild air, where temperatures have been in the 50s and even pushing 60 degrees in most locations. It's dipped down to about 49 right now in Sparta, with rain coming down, and the steady rain is starting to move into our area. So from Sparta all the way down to High Rock Lake, you see some of the steady light to moderate rain. It's coming up I-85 and I-40 into the heart of the Triad, and we do have a wet evening and a wet night in the forecast. Rain from Mount Airy all the way back to Wilkesboro, and this rain also continues back to the south and to the west. This cold front is going to bring in the cold air. We've got evening rain, we have overnight rain, which will start to move out early tomorrow morning, and then looking ahead, we've got cold air in place and a storm system over the south that could bring us snow. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Lainey, thank you very much. Commitment 2020 now. An attack ad at North Carolina's race for Attorney General is coming under fire from a Winston-Salem family. They call the political message shameful.
The campaign of Jim O'Neill for Forsyth County District Attorney is running the ad in his bid to win the Republican primary. Bill O'Neill joins us with the story.
Jim O'Neill is running an attack ad accusing one of his opponents, Christine Muma, of helping a convicted child rapist get out of prison.
Activist lawyer Christine Muma's worked to set free a convicted child rapist, calling it justice.
The campaign ad identifies Joseph Abbott as the man convicted of raping 2 young sisters nearly 30 years ago in Winston-Salem. Abbott spent 14 years in prison.
That you be immediately released.
I feel I was blessed by that there.
But a judge vacated Abbott's conviction in 2009, thanks to newly recovered DNA evidence that ruled him out as a suspect in the case. The North Carolina Center on Actual Innocence, led by attorney Christine Muma, helped Abbott win his freedom. Now, nearly a decade later, Abbott's name and face are featured in a political ad, identifying him as a convicted child rapist.
Well, I cried when I first seen it.
Joseph Abbott's brothers, Thurman and Haywood, call the political ad hurtful. They say their brother, who died in a car accident several years ago, doesn't deserve to have his name and reputation dragged through the mud.
It's just shameful, you know, and I just could not understand why a politician would use, you know, a subject like that in order to get personal gain.
Why is Jim O'Neill, who is still trying to be the DA, Attorney General, why he pull him? I'd like to know that. Why did he pull my brother's case? Out of all the cases he ever tried, why did he pick that one?
The Forsyth County DA's office agreed to vacate Abbott's conviction in 2009. Today, Jim O'Neill, who worked in the DA's office back then, is using the case to attack Abbott's lawyer and Attorney General candidate Christine Muma, accusing her of helping to free a convicted child rapist.
He was exonerated, and that the ad is a manipulation of words, and I think completely misleading to voters.
Muma also questions O'Neill's ad for labeling her as a, quote, activist attorney.
We're trying to get innocent people out of prison, bring justice to victims, and get true perpetrators off the street. I mean, how is that being an activist?
The attack ad also claims police still believe Abbott is guilty, despite his exoneration.
Police disagreed and DNA tests proved them right. Police said Muma's client was still the prime suspect.
There's plenty of cases where people are found innocent and the police find it hard to accept that they made an error.
It is just plain, you know, disrespectful and hateful. And I just, to this day, I don't understand why why he's doing something like that.
We made repeated efforts to reach Jim O'Neill for comment. We called him on the phone, left multiple messages, even visited his office. He did not respond. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.
The North Carolina Court of Appeals is blocking voter ID from being used in the November general election. You already won't need it in our March primary. Today's ruling, however, overturns a trial court decision from this past summer. Voters sued Republican lawmakers who helped pass that law in 2018. It's unclear if lawmakers will appeal today's decision all the way to the state Supreme Court. Meanwhile, in a separate case, a federal judge blocked voter ID from being used in the March 3rd primary.
We're following developing news in the world of NASCAR. Driver Ryan Newman is awake and talking to family and doctors. Some great news there. This all comes after a major crash in the Daytona 500 that left him in serious condition. Our Steve King spoke to a local race car driver who knows all too well that crashes like this can happen anytime.
Talitha, modified series race car driver Randy Butner has been racing cars in our area for the last 33 years. He says when he saw last night's crash, he feared the worst. Now, the Bowman Gray Stadium racer says his thoughts and prayers are with Ryan Newman and his family right now, but also he thinks NASCAR is going to analyze the crash and possibly look to implement new safety features or rule changes. Butner says while he understands some people do watch racing for the crashes, he does not think anyone ever wants to see a driver get hurt. For Butner, he says he's still looking forward to Bowman Gray Racing starting back up in a couple months, and he's not going to let last night's crash change anything for him moving forward.
As a race car driver, we all know what could happen anytime we get into a race car, and no one's twisting our arm making us get into it. So it's just something you have to accept if you're going to drive a race car. You know, that you had all these cars going for the biggest win of the season, the Daytona 500 on the last lap. Nobody's going to give an inch, and a lot of time things like this happen. You have a crash.
What else about this topic? Now I'm here at the Winston Cup Museum right now. The founder has been around NASCAR his whole life, knows many drivers. He says last night he too thought it was one of the worst crashes he's ever seen, and he also thought that the outcome could have possibly been much worse than it turned out to be. Reporting live in Winston-Salem, Steve King, WXII 12 News.
Thank you, Steve. And for the very latest on Newman's condition, as he continues to recover, be sure to head to our website, WXI12.com, and check out the WXI12 mobile app.
Tonight we are learning gruesome new details after the death of that 6-year-old in South Carolina, Faye Swetlick. The coroner tonight says the little girl was strangled to death, and investigators say a neighbor killed her before he killed himself. Her body was found in the woods in her neighborhood last Thursday. Moments before, 30-year-old Cody Taylor was found dead inside his home. There's a public memorial set for Friday evening at Trinity Baptist Church in South Carolina. A teenager is in custody after a deadly shooting in the city of Greensboro. We also know the name of the person killed in that shooting. Officers tonight say a 17-year-old is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Mario Rodriguez. The 20-year-old showed up shot at a hospital in Forsyth County back on Saturday. He ended up dying as a result of his injuries. Investigators later learned he was shot on Bunker Hill Road in Greensboro.
A section of I-40 in Winston-Salem is back open after a tractor-trailer carrying cattle crashed. This is a scene of what it looked like on I-40 near Thomasville Road this morning, where troopers tell us 41 cattle were on that trailer when it crashed. Winston-Salem's fire department tells us that they had to cut the trailer open to get all of the cattle out, and only 20 cows made it out alive. Luckily, the driver was not injured in all of this. The High Point Market Authority says that it is keeping a really close eye on the coronavirus disease affecting parts of China. There are still 2.5 months until the spring market opens, but right now there are no changes to safety and security measures in place. The market is working with health leaders to determine if any steps need to be taken at all.